Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As we can see, I'm not in my main office. I'm actually on vacation. So if this is not dedication to the game, I don't know what it is, and I think this warrants a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, okay? We're making videos on vacation. All right, so we're going to be talking about oil tankers, namely three oil tankers, Nordic American Tankers, Frontline, and Euronav. And I just have to disclose that I own shares in Nordic American Tankers, or ticker symbol NAT. We can see over the past 5 days, this stock is down by about 6%, and we're trading at around $3.25. And again, not as bad as we were a couple weeks ago when we were trading at like around $2.90, but still, a decently, not a very good week for NAT. All right, same thing with Frontline. We can see on the week we're down by 6% as well, and Euronav not down as much, but still had a negative week, sitting at close to a 2% loss in the week. Okay, and I'm not sure what the main reason for this is, and I mean I think pretty much we've had quite a bit of a run up. So over the past 6 months, of course, the stock has decreased tremendously. However, it tested bottoms at around, at least NAT did, at around like $2.90 repeatedly here once, twice, third time, and then even the fourth time before it sort of bounced back up. And then now it's testing the $3 mark, and so it's staying relatively stable. So we still see a significant upside from a couple weeks ago. However, I think that the price is staying stagnant because after the price moves by about like here we can see 11%, some people just take profits, and this is healthy to see in a stock. But of course, oil tankers in general are a beaten down sector, and I am still holding all of my NAT shares, and I am optimistic for the oil tanker market in the medium to long term. I've said this repeatedly before, and again, I'm going to go over what happened this week and why I'm still bullish. Okay, so number one, let's get right to the spot rates. So we can see here for Suezmax vessels, the spot earnings are 1,700 as of Friday, December 18th. So the 10-day trend is quite a bit lower. So that also may be why the oil tanker stocks are not doing so well, is because the spot rates are a bit low. However, oil tankers tend to follow the oil price, and here we can see oil settles up at a 9-month high on Friday, so December 18th, right? And this rounded out the seventh straight weekly gain of oil. And when oil goes up, oil tankers tend to do well, just because when oil goes up, that generally means demand tends to go up, and when demand for oil tends to go up, that means that more people are transporting oil to and from places. Okay. Um, However, it was, again, the reason why I think the tanker market was down over the week was because the tanker rates were not looking too good. So at least for the Suezmax vessels, this week the spot rates were 4,900 on average, compared to last week it was 7,600. So a bit of a decrease in the spot rates, but again, this is just a short-term phenomenon, and I think over the long term, spot rates will recover. Okay, and again, we can see this slight uptrend in 2020 that corresponds to generally tanker rates being a bit better in the winter months than in the summer months. Okay, and this huge spike was because of the pandemic and because of the large floating storage. Okay, and one chart that I want to look at is, again, the floating storage, and right now only 6.5% of tanker fleet is currently used for floating storage, as we can see in this graph right here. Okay, and so the only ship that's generally still having quite a few ships that are being used for floating storage is the VLCCs, which carry the 2 million barrels of oil per day. All the other ships, like the Suezmax, the Aframax, the Panamax, have all decreased their amount of floating storage, because it's more cost effective to store your oil on ships that are bigger, right? And again, as we've seen over the past few videos here, we can see that the tanker deliveries, again, are at their lowest rates in the past like 5 years. Um, Tankers sold for recycling are also at their lowest in the past couple of years, as we can see, maybe 2017, 2016 levels. That's where 2020 levels are at right now. So it means not many tankers are being recycled, which is also concerning, because if you increase the number of tankers that are on the market, that decreases the spot rates and decreases the earnings of tankers. However, we can also see that the new orders of tankers are also at their lowest if we compare from 2020 all the way to 2017. Okay, and that's all I have. And so this oil tanker update was from 18th of December, so just last Friday they posted it out. And specifically for NAT, there wasn't much news going on. They had their annual shareholder meeting, and also there was a presidential citation. I think Mr. Hansen actually won an award because they operate. They have a strong relationship with South Korea, and they operate their tankers in many countries around Asia. Okay, and they always say that Asian economies are recovering rapidly, and this is where NAT has the majority of their ships in. Anyways, okay, so if we're looking at the long term projections for the oil tanker market, I'm definitely optimistic. Of course, one reason is we have, of course, oil going up. Year to date here, we can see that oil is up by 1.11%. However, the short term concern is that, jobless claims are rising. So here, the number of people filing for unemployment benefits in the US shot up to 885,000 last week, which is again another concerning data point in the labor market's recovery. And that's the highest level we've had in 3 months. Okay, so that's concerning. However, we do have a couple of vaccines that are being approved for emergency use. And also, it's also a bit concerning that stocks closed at an all-time high when still the Roni is rampant. It's going, throughout the U.S. We can see here the caseloads are near their highest ever. Right, like 11th of December, they reached their highest data point at 280,514 new cases of Roni in the U.S. Okay, so although that's concerning, it is nice to see that oil is recovering, and that's a commodity base, so based on demand and supply. So because I see oil going up, I see the transportation of oil being more in demand, and I see the spot rates, especially into the future, looking a lot nicer. Okay, and that's why I believe in this beaten down oil tanker sector, and I'm holding all my shares. If you were an NAT shareholder as of early December, you would have also received your 4 cent per share dividend, which for me came out to like $14. So not too much, but it's still better than nothing. So I'm just collecting dividends and waiting for NAT to go up. Okay, of course you have to know that they're also financing 2 new buildings to be delivered in the back half of 2021. So that's also something to look forward to as hopefully the spot rates pick up. Okay, and that's definitely what they're betting on, and that's what I'm betting on as Roni cases decrease, people get vaccinated, and hopefully we return to normalcy sometime in the next year. Okay, so that's what I'm betting on. Again, this is the NAT and oil tanker update of the week. If you have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.